Apple Arcade has officially landed for iPadOS users, so today I'm going to be going through 20 of the best games to play on iPads. Number 20, we have Sonic Racing. Sega have brought Sonic Racing to mobile as an exclusive title for Apple Arcade. It brings you all the characters you know and love from the franchise and puts them head-to-head in fun racing battles. There are lots of maps, power-ups, challenges, and prizes to be won. Sonic Racing is one of the best multiplayer games on the service, adding both online and local Wi-Fi matches. The game can be switched between landscape or portrait orientation and can be played in low, medium, and high graphics quality. These options are found under Settings from the main menu. These custom graphic options mean newer devices like my iPad Pro can run it at max settings, while older devices such as my iPad Air 2 can run the game well, albeit at lower graphical detail. Number 19 is Assemble with Care. From the creators behind Monument Valley, Ostoy Games, comes their next big game, Assemble with Care. It's an emotional, raw, and uplifting title that brings both a great story and very different gameplay to the others on this list. You'll be reading and listening to stories, exploring objects, and solving puzzles throughout your playtime. I've been chatting with the developer Ostoy Games, and they said the game runs at the maximum frame rate of all iOS and iPadOS devices. 90Hz or 120Hz is supported on all iPad Pros that support it. The game does not support controllers either. Number 18, we have Hyper Brawl Tournament. Here we have a 2 vs 2 futuristic action football game. Each match lasts 90 seconds, and you'll be scoring goals and knocking out the other players with weapons and melee action. The gameplay premise is nothing really completely new, however it's fast-paced, challenging, and is a solid laugh with friends. You can play online or via local Wi-Fi multiplayer, or you can connect up to 4 controllers and play on one iPad. The developer Milky Tea Limited have informed me that 60 FPS is set as the target for high-end devices such as the iPad Pro 2018. Number 17 is Tint. Tint is all about mixing watercolors to match the color of the origami, and this gameplay makes it perfect for iPads and the Apple Pencil. With the Apple Pencil, you can press harder on the screen to get more paint out. Now, the pencil doesn't help in any way, but it gives off a more realistic feeling. There are 50 plus levels, very relaxing sound design, and a colorblind and vision impaired mode. It's quite a difficult game too, but there is a step-by-step hint system if you get confused. The developer Licky Studios have also informed me that their game is running at a smooth 60Hz on iPads. Number 16, we have LEGO Brawls. LEGO Brawls is an action multiplayer game. You can create your own LEGO minifig with unique abilities, build power-ups out of bricks, and work together with your team to beat the opposing players. My only suggestion for the game is that LEGO add controller support, as it's not here yet as of the 24th of September. Other than that, I'd say this is the best multiplayer game on Apple Arcade right now. LEGO have shared with me that their game runs at 60 FPS, but for older devices, if they can't hold at 60, they drop to 30. Number 15 is Spelldrifter. If you're looking for a big, turn-based RPG strategy game for your iPad, Spelldrifter may be for you. It has a very clean interface that works well on both iPhones and iPads, and the gameplay is easy to learn, still presenting a challenge for more advanced gamers. Players can use cards in battles, and all cards are unique to each other, offering different attacks and power-ups. The tone of the game is gritty and dark, which really immerses you into the world on offer. Number 14 is Skate City. This is a fully fleshed out skating experience for iPadOS. It is my favorite game to play with the controller on my iPad Pro 2. Nailing all the different tricks is easier with a PlayStation UI, and overall is more enjoyable when my PS4 controller is in hand. Plus, Skate City makes you use almost every button on the controller. It's insane. Even if you don't have a controller, it's still fantastic to play on the touchscreen. The developer Snowman have informed me that Skate City supports 60 frames per second on iPads. Number 13, we have Super Impossible Road. The twist with this multiplayer arcade racing game is that good players race and great players cheat. Each match takes place on a twisting and turning road, and everyone's goal is to get to the finish line by jumping, taking shortcuts, knocking people off, and boosting. Basically, whatever you can do without completely falling off the track and disappearing into space. It's an absolutely hectic game, especially when you join a server with 8 players. There is also a career mode, vehicle customization, 60 frames per second, and cool techno music. Number 12 is Shinsekai, Into the Depths. I enjoyed playing this game on my iPhone XR, but it's a better experience on my iPad Pro due to the larger display, which makes the user interface larger and easier to see. It's a single-player exploration platform game developed by Capcom and is available only on Apple Arcade. The world has been covered by ice above, and you must survive deep under the ocean. You'll fight off dangerous creatures, manage your oxygen, traverse further down, and use a range of weaponry. One thing I'd suggest is to take strong note of the tutorial at the start. Glimpsing over it may cause you to become very lost and confused quickly. Number 11, we have Agent Intercept. Agent Intercept is one of the few games on iPadOS or Apple Arcade which provides full Bluetooth keyboard support. It's an action racing game where you chase bad guys and race against time. There is a story here, vibrant art and graphics, vehicle gadgets, obstacles to avoid, and missions on land and water. If you're looking for a game with full keyboard support, you have to get this one. Number 10, we have Where Cards Fall. Where Cards Fall is a nice coming-of-age story. You follow a young man who is going back to the places from his past. At least that's how I interpret it anyway. To move him through levels, players need to build and move houses of cards around the environment. At the end of each level, memories will play, explaining the backstory of the main protagonist. There is no dialogue here. All the characters speak in an unknown language, and the art style is inspired by contemporary artistic movements. Just note, the game doesn't support controllers, but it doesn't really need this feature anyway. Number 9 is Stranded Sails. In this RPG game, you can do many things. Explore, farm, talk to characters, chop trees, go on quests, etc. For players who love role-playing games, you should really look towards Stranded Sails. It also has a day and night cycle, and you need to make sure the protagonist and other folks are healthy and happy. It's a very in-depth game, and I think you could play it for many hours without it becoming stale. Number 8, we have Cricket Through the Ages. This is a parody game of cricket. The goal is to beat the other player by swinging bats and throwing balls. Really, this game has nothing to do with the sport. In fact, during an interview in 2018, the developer said they have no idea how to play cricket.
So clearly you have a deep understanding of the actual game of cricket. Is that correct?
No.
Sure, the graphics are somewhat basic, but that's what Devolver Digital and Free Lives are going for. It's a joke and is great fun. I played this indie gem with my friend, and we both had a PS4 controller in hand. 2 players can also play using just the touchscreen. We decided it's the funniest game on Apple Arcade, as we were laughing the whole time. Number 7 is Punch Planet. Punch Planet is a competitive sci-fi fighting game that has 6 playable characters, 4 stages, a versus mode, arcade mode, survival mode, training mode, and more. If you connect 2 controllers or 2 Bluetooth keyboards to your iPad, two players can battle against each other. Punch Planet was created by Block Zero, and some members have past experience working on other successful competitive fighters. I reckon they have put out a solid title here that plays great and looks top-notch. Still, I hope they add more content in the future, like heroes and maps, to keep people engaged and coming back for more. Number 6, we have Possessions. Right now, Possessions is one of the few games on Apple Arcade with an AR mode. You can go around the environments in the real world and solve all the puzzles. And if you don't want to use the AR feature, you can just play in the normal mode. It's all about playing with perspective to align up objects in the room. When you complete a level, a little story will play showing the life of a family. It has wonderful 3D visuals, a nice little background story, and mesmerizing audio. The dev team tells me that Possession should run at 60Hz on most iPads and 120Hz on iPad Pros. Number 5 is Exit the Gungeon. I've talked about this action game quite a number of times now, but it's still one of my most played games on the service. You play in ascending elevators and shafts, and have a constantly changing gun. This changing gun can be a lifesaver, but also a big pain in the butt. I've only got to the second stage. I'm terrible. I'm horrible. I can't stop dying, but it keeps pulling me back in and tearing me apart, and I love it. Let's hope they add in local or online co-op in the future, because wouldn't that be amazing, guys? Number 4, we have Sayonara Wild Hearts. I started playing this game and struggled to put it down. It's gorgeous, breathtaking, captivating, mesmerizing, all those descriptive words. It follows a young woman whose heart has been emotionally broken, and she goes on a journey to explore her inner feelings. The game performs without any hiccups on my iPad Pro, running at a solid 60 frames, and it's a fairly high-end game too. Annapurna Interactive are known for bringing polished gems to mobile, and this game is no exception. Sayonara Wild Hearts also has full controller support and Bluetooth keyboard support, but keyboard support is limited to gameplay only. It doesn't work for menu interaction. Number 3 is Hot Lava. Hot Lava is a multiplayer parkour game. You can go into levels across many chapters with up to 8 players. Together or alone, you'll attempt to reach the end of stages while avoiding the hot lava below. Now, Hot Lava is a high-end game, but if you have an older device like my iPad Air 2, the good news is that the game will automatically detect the hardware of your iPad and provide the best settings for smooth performance. Number 2, we have Mutation. I hope I said that correctly. In my previous episode of Apple Arcade Games, I said I was looking forward to playing this gem on my iPad Pro, and now that I've got my hands on it, it's super beautiful. The whole game has been hand-painted. Every moment could be a stunning wallpaper. Mutation is an adventure title that focuses on a coming-of-age story. There are lots of characters to meet and interact with, many places to explore, and gardens to customize. And a lot more, trust me. Number 1, we have Oceanhorn 2. It is incredible how well optimized this game is for iPads. Playing on my 2014 iPad Air 2, the game's visual detail is limited in some respects, but it's still completely playable. However, playing on my 2018 iPad Pro with a A12X Bionic chip provides the best experience for this game in terms of performance and graphical fidelity. Oceanhorn 2 is one of the most high-end games on mobile to date. Now yes, it is locked at 30 frames, but I'd say this is to preserve battery life and to avoid your iPad overheating. Cornfox and Bros have done great work and should be acknowledged for their achievements. Here we have a notable mention. Patterned is a fun take on jigsaw puzzles, but with a twist. Players need to place the correct colored pieces onto a black and white canvas, and as you progress, hidden short animations will play. Completing each level takes ages, and some won't enjoy this, although it's super relaxing, especially with the calming soundtrack in the background. Everyone, young and old, can play Patent no matter your skill set. Which Apple Arcade games are you currently playing or going to play, and why? Let me know in the comments. Thank you to all the talented developers who provided some insights into their games for me. I really appreciate it. Leave a like and subscribe for more videos about Apple Arcade games. Anyway, thanks for watching.